Hi everyone, it's Kay from Kay's Cakes and Handmade by Kay, and this is my latest cake. It's called a fast running cake even, and it's for a young boy named Dylan, and he's going to be 9 tomorrow. I mean, as how I started off was I googled silhouettes of skateboarding, running, jumping, and anything I could think of really, and just got loads and loads of silhouettes and just cut them all out. Then I left them to dry. Then I freestyled cutting out some buildings, and this was my little climbing man. And all I did was, when I cut him out, was I bent his hands over so that he'd hook onto a building. So I was quite pleased with that. Did a little mosque and all sorts of other things, and in there I put a little church behind the mosque, and just randomly did anything really. It wasn't a case of what buildings, I just did them. And these I just thought resembled fencing. I did two 10-inch cakes and one 6-inch cake, and they're chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream in the middle and jam. So once I left them all to dry, it's been really wet here in England, so it was really hard to get them to dry. So don't quite know why, but I couldn't get them as dry as I wanted, so a couple of them broke, unfortunately. And after I'd airbrushed the cake, I put the fencing on, and then I just sprayed the bits that I'd cut out, the ramp and the slide bit, into with silver. And I put some wires on my little skateboarding man so that he would stick into it, so it looked like he was doing what skateboarders do, go up and down. And I made a little skateboard to go onto the ramp. And I love this figure. Unfortunately, I broke her arm, but I did manage to mend it with some royal icing. And I left it overnight, and then I just painted it black, just very gently. The balloons, I got the idea from Laura Poopy, who's got a channel, and her husband made some on something that she did. And I thought, what a fantastic idea with the sticks to hold them really tight. And I put his name on them, and I put a number 9 on that one. And the stars at the back were something I made quite a while ago, just out of gum paste, and I've just left to dry with the wires in. I think it all adds to the effect. I'll show you where I covered the board. I covered it in white sugar paste, and I just airbrushed it grey. And when it was not quite dry, I pushed a garden mat that I'd bought. It was just one that I'd got from the pan shop, and I just pushed the shape into it. And if you can see, it looks a bit like cobbles. That was me thing. And I just stenciled out the happy birthday and stuck it on randomly to give it the wavy effect. The buildings are all gum paste, and they're quite dry now, but still not as dry as I would have liked to have been. I made them a little way from the buildings, as you can see, a little way from the cake even, just so that I could put some lights behind it. And the lights I've got are just these. They're just lights I got off of eBay. And they're just for balloons really. Oh, and I've got a flickering light as well, just to add a bit of difference. And I Made myself a little hook. Oh, excuse my handbag. Made a little hook so that I could push them into the back of the cake and back again. Because it's alright getting them in there, it's getting them out, isn't it? Unfortunately, this balloon, I didn't push it in far enough and it came away. So that's a tip. Don't do what I did, push them in far enough. So they're all pushed in quite nicely now. Well, I hope you like my free running cake, or fast running, whatever it's called. I hope you like it. It's what these youngsters do when they jump from building to building. Not something I would obviously do, being nearly reached half a century. Well, I've got some pictures to put on at the end of how I made it. So if you'd like to have a go, please feel free. If you do manage to make it, I'd love to see your pictures and any video responses, either here or on Kay's Cakes or Handmade by Kay. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Bye. Well, this is what it looks like all lit up in the dark. They're just blue lights and a little flashing tea light that I'll put on it. I love the way it goes like through the windows of the buildings.